My name's Megan Nauman.
And I'm Sarah Kraning.
And this is our speech intervention project for Articulation and Phonology. The first two activities that I did as the clinician and Sarah was my client. The first one was eliciting the Z sound, and we did this, I shaped it in 4 different ways. And the second one, we played a fun activity with the Z sound, and it was called the Zigzag board game.
And when I worked as the client and Megan was when I was the clinician and Megan was the child, we did 2 different activities. One was we read this book to promote literacy called Arthur's Nose, in which we were trying to elicit the buzzy B sound or the Z sound, and that was word finally. And then also we're going to play a Mad Lib game in which we're trying to work on the BR cluster, and you can use these gummy bears as an optional incentive whenever the client has a really good production.
Okay, so we're going to practice eliciting our buzzing B sound. So Sarah, what we're going to do first is I'm going to put a little bit of peanut butter right behind your upper teeth, and we're going to practice scraping that off with your tongue. Can you feel that little bump back there where I put the peanut butter? Mm-hmm. Okay, so with this one, what we're going to do is we're going to put your tooth right back there where the peanut butter was, right behind your little white gate. And we're going to practice saying your Z. So try your buzzing B sound with your voicers on. Remember we practiced turning our voicers on? Okay, we're going to try another way. Let's try a different way. So it sounds like she's having a bit of trouble trying to find that alveolar ridge. So what we're going to do is I'm going to point to it with my little stick here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this little stick right back up there, and I want you to bite down on it, okay? Can you feel that? Okay, so bite down on it, and I'm going to pull it out, and we're going to keep your teeth just like that with your tongue up there and try it again. Nice try, nice try. Okay, we're going to try another way. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on central airstream. So this is the third way to elicit the Z. So what we're going to do, Sarah, is you're going to put this straw in your mouth, and you're going to blow so I can feel it. So just blow through that there normally. Good job. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to combine that with our little buzzy B sound. So what we're going to do is you keep blowing, and as I pull the straw out, I want you to try to make that sound, okay? You ready? Good job. Very good job. And the last way that we're going to elicit the Z is shaping it from the voiced alveolar fricative. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the word them. So Sarah, can we say them?
Them.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take that little TH sound, that and what I want you to do is scoop your tongue back and hit that peanut butter ridge back there. So try, now scoop that tongue back to that little peanut butter. Good job. Okay, so those are the 4 ways that we use to elicit the Z. Okay, Sarah, so now we're going to play a game with our buzzy B sound. It's called the Zigzag board game. So what we're going to do is we have 3 different puzzle pieces. Which one do you want to be? You want to be that? What is that called?
Zebra.
Good job. And what about this? What is that one called?
Zookeeper.
A zookeeper? And which one? What is that?
Zombie.
Zombie. And which one did you want to be?
Zebra.
The zebra. Okay, you can be the zebra, and we'll put that on square 1, and I will be the zookeeper. So what we do is the directions are in our activity, but what we do is first we are going to draw from the pile. So do you want to draw and read what it says?
Zip.
Okay, can we practice that 4 more times?
Zip.
Okay, keep that keep like you're blowing through their straw there. Put your tongue on that little peanut butter area.
Zip.
Perfect. 2 more times.
Zip.
Okay, good job. 1 more time.
Zip.
Great job, Sarah. Okay, so how many spaces does it say you move if you draw a zip?
1.
1 space. Okay, do you want to move your little piece 1 space? Perfect. Okay, I'll go next. Mine says, what does mine say?
Zoom.
Good job. So how many spaces do I move then?
3.
3 spaces. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So you just continue the game, and the first one to hit the zigzag zone wins first. And Sarah, what is this? What square is that?
7.
7. Okay, and what is it called?
The Zucchini square.
Okay, and what did it say in the directions that we read earlier? If you hit the zucchini square, what happens?
I don't remember.
You have to start over, so we don't want to hit that zucchini square. Remember that.
Yep.
So we just continue the game. So Sarah, I'm going to have you draw again.
Okay.
So what does that say?
Zoom.
Okay, we're going to practice that 4 more times before we move your piece.
Zoom.
Okay, keep trying. Try that. Try to get that tongue right there.
Zoom.
Good job. 3 more times.
Zoom.
2 more.
Zoom.
Good job. 1 more time.
Zoom.
Great job. Okay, how many spaces do you get to move?
3.
3 spaces. Okay, you want to move your guy 3 spaces? Perfect. So you just continue the game like this until whoever gets to the end wins first.
Okay, so now we're going to use a book called Arthur's Nose to promote literacy and also elicit the Z sound. So you want to work with your client and take turns reading the pages and shape when necessary. So we're going to read a book called Arthur's Nose.
Fun.
It will be fun. So I will read the first page. This is Arthur's house. This is Arthur. He is worried about his nose.
His nose?
Nose. Yeah. And do you hear the buzzy bee sound at the end of the word nose? Can you do the buzzy bee sound with me? Good job. Yeah. This is Arthur's mom. This is Arthur's dad. And now can you read the bottom of this page?
This is Arthur's sister. They all love Arthur and they all like his nose.
Good job. And so you'll just continue to read until you get to the end of the book and take turns. Okay. So now we're going to play an activity to shape the BR cluster. And we're going to play a game of Mad Libs. So you can print out any Mad Lib. This is a seasonal one about summer. And then we have 6 different cups that are categorized by the different types of words that are needed for the Mad Lib. So we have one for place, adjective, noun, person, plural noun, and action verbs. So what you want to do is look at the Mad Libs and you'll ask the client to draw out of each one of the cups according to the part of speech that you need. So we need to draw from the person. So can you draw out of this cup right here? There you go. And got a picture of a little boy holding his thumb up. And let's see what his name is. Can you read that?
Brian.
Brian, good job. Megan already has a pretty solidified BR sound, so we're just using this activity to kind of reinforce her skills that way. All right, so the next one is place. Can you draw out of the place cup? There you go. Can you show what picture it is? And can you read what that says?
Britain.
Britain, good job.
Britain.
It's a picture of a flag. All right, and so the next one is adjective, which is right here. Can you draw out of this cup? We'll get to see what we find. Oh, and what is that? It's a color. What color do you think it is?
Brown.
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 Good job. Yep. Get that buzzy, get that growl sound in there. Brown. All right. And then once you've filled in the entire Mad Libs, you'll read it with your client and alternate. So do you want to start from the beginning and read the silly Mad Lib that we have?
Yeah. Last summer, my mom and dad took me and Brian. Brian's my brother's name.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, on a trip to Britain.
Good job. And that's how you can use that activity to elicit the BR sound.